What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Team Fish Knuckles YouTube channel. So today we're talking about Gym Leader Challenge. For those who play, who those don't play, Gym Leader Challenge is a singleton format that was created by the one and only Andrew Mahone. Mr. Mahone has come out with a new update for the GLC. If those who are interested, that's what we're going to talk about today. Effective September 1st. Let Loose, Marshadow, Amazing Rare, Raikou, and Spirit Bone Evolution Dusk will be banned from GLC. Read about it here. And so we can read about it, and Mahone did a great job with this article. Banned these 3 cards. You can see the Patrick and the little thing right there. Effective September 1st, these cards are banned for the Gym Leader Challenge. And these are the reasons why, right? Mahone does a great job of explaining why these cards are banned. So Let Loose Marshadow. Marshadow creates too many non-games with its Let's Loose ability by allowing players to limit their opponent's starting hand to 4 cards before they even have an opportunity to play. The Turn 1 supportive rule was changed to Pokemon TCG years ago, so cards like Marnie cannot be played on the first turn of the game while going first. Marshadow was soon banned from Expanded to limit its possible interaction as well. With the new draw options like Cleffa from City of Flames, Let Loose on turn 1, and while going first is less of a risk and more of a valid strategy to stop the opponent from playing the game. This ban keeps the feel of the format more in line with standard when it comes to hand limitation options. It's been real Marshadow, but it's time to go. And I think it's an interesting thing to look at is look at the banned cards in Pokemon Expanded and look at it in the GLC format and see what other cards are not banned and are they worthy of being banned or not. I mean, I know Mahone and his crew are always like testing GLC, so they probably, they know exactly what they're doing. But yeah, so we had the Marshadow being banned, just making it fair for your opponent to be able to actually play a game. So that's it after 3 years. So long, good luck. I don't recall saying good luck. GLC daddy. That's funny. That's funny. Mr. Mahone right there. So Amazing Raikou also got the ban. A card that I love. I know Mahone has liked it a lot as well, too. I've been playing Lightning for a good minute. So Raikou being able to hit 120, 120 the bench, it's always been really fun. But Amazing Raikou is a card that was always going to be banned from GLC eventually. It was just a matter of time. With Raikou's board annihilating Amazing Shock Attack, it can deal 120 damage to active in the bench for 3 energy, vanquishing the opponent's current attacker and whoever else they're thinking about powering up for the following turn. Up until now, Raikou has remained a strong but relatively difficult card to power up in Lightning decks, relying on counter energy and Raihan and Dynamo to get rolling. And so yeah, it needs 3 energies, but it was, you could do it if you're behind on price cards, and that's what Raikou does shine. You are behind kind of deck, right? So that's a big thing here. Counter energy requires that you're losing the game to be active, and then deactivates when you go ahead. Raihan requires that your opponent takes a knockout before it must have come. All that's changing, and Raikou become easy to power up, right? So we have, this is a comeback card, right? You're behind, Raikou fixes that, it lets you come back, that's fine, right? But there's a new card coming out in Stellar Crown. Joltik from Stellar Crown allows you to search your deck for 2 Lightning and 2 Grass energies and attach them to your bench Pokemon any way you like for 1 colorless energy. This combined with Technical Machine and Turbo Energize will allow players to easily power Raikou for the first turn of the game. Not every deck in GLC has access to Bench Barrier, which makes Amazing Shot problematic, as most decks cannot defend against it. And another card from Stellar Crown also enables Raikou. The new supporter card allows you to search for 2 energies of different types in the attachment to one of your Pokemon. With Crispin and Dynamotor, it is very easy to power up Raikou in a single turn. So this is the big thing here. Like Joltik, you go in second, can use battery charge, search for 2 basic grass and 2 basic lightning, attachment to your Pokemon you really like. Pokemon basically made a broken card for GLC for lightning for the Amazing Raikou. And yeah, so that's really unfortunate, right? That's going to be really hard to deal with. Sadly, Magneton from Surging Sparks is a nail in the coffin with Magneton. And I don't know, I think Joltik is definitely a really big nail in the coffin there just by itself. But sadly, Magneton from Surging Sparks is a nail in the coffin. Without Magneton, Raikou feels top tier but still manageable, requiring common pieces to string together back-to-back attacks. With Magneton, there is no hope. Magneton's Overvote Discharge ability allows you to attach 3 basic energy cards from Discard Pile to one of your Pokemon. You have to knock out Magneton out to activate the ability, but that is a small price to pay for the dominant the board's position with Raikou. Magneton is undoubtedly a powerful card that you see stuck in GLC. However, like Energy Grace Melodic from Flashfire, this ability is not too powerful for the format. It has great ability that will allow some power, that will allow us to also make creative deck building. So, new Magneton coming out, you knock it out. You attach 3 basic energies from Discard Pile to one of your Pokemon, which of course will go to Raikou. So you can use Joltik, power up Raikou, Then you use Magneton, power up Raikou, right? So you can do this over and over again. Once your Raikou is knocked out, you can get powered up back with Magneton, and you can see why Raikou is such a strong thing. Mahone points out that, not every deck plays Pinch Barrier, so it's hard to protect from this amazing shot. And, turn 2, you're doing an amazing shot, you're going to be winning games. I don't care what people say. That's so bad. And then combined with Magneton, it's unfortunate, right? All in all, Raikou is a card like Amazing Kyogre that was designed during the Sword and Shield block to complete with Pokemon V and Pokemon V Max. Many of these Pokemon have 300 HP, spreading 120 damage to a Pokemon of Pokemon VX is not a big deal. But a format of non-Rulebox Pokemon, Amazing Raikou, like Amazing Kyogre before it, was always going to end up being problematic. And I think it's a big thing too. Raikou was pretty cool in the standard format when it was around, but it's even busted like in GLC, right? So unfortunately, get the ban hammer, one of my favorite cards. So make sure you play Raikou before the rotation or before the ban happens, right? Duskull, it shouldn't be easy to win a game on the first turn of the game without going first. Obviously, with the release of Dusclops from Shroud of Fables, it is possible for Psychic decks to place 5 damage counters only upon its Pokemon while going first. This could end the game by carrying a lone Pokemon 50 HP or less. This is possible because of Duskull's Spirit Bomb Evolution ability, which allows you to search deck for a card that balls from Duskull on the first turn. If it's put in play, if it on the first turn is put in play, you discard 3 cards from your hand. Once Dusclops in play, its Curse Blast ability can place 5 damage counters on one of your opponent's Pokemon at the cost of knocking Dusclops out. Although not likely, it's possible to recycle the Dusclops and Duskull back into the deck, and let's do it again. Finish Pokemon 100 HP or less. The Curse Blast abilities are total fine for GLC. Except, however, expecting the pace of evolution, given the access to abilities on the first turn of the game. Duskull was recently banned and expanded for this reason, and GLC challenge will follow the same logic. So basically, Duskull said, hey, what's your turn? You discard 3 cards from your hand. If you do, search check for a card that falls for Pokemon, put on this Pokemon, then shuffle your deck. You go Dusclops. Dusclops can knock itself out and put 5 damage counters on a Pokemon. Mahone pointed out that you can redo this ability, right? You can put Duskull back in your deck, maybe with Rescue Stretcher, maybe with something else. Rescue Stretcher go back in your hand, and the new Night Stretcher, I think that's what it's called, you can put the other one back in your hand, right? Or maybe put like Night Stretcher, one in your hand and one back in the deck or something like that. And you can do it over and over again, right? So you can do 100 HP. You can knock out 2 Pokemon 50 HP or less, right? These are possible things to do. And so, you know what? Pokemon banned this and expanded. And, you know what? Mahone's going to follow that too. It seems really good. I mean, I still like the Dusclops and Dusknoir. I don't know how relevant it's going to be. The Dusknoir for sure. Being able to do that much damage, like 130 placement, seems really, really cool. Especially in those spread Psychic decks. It seems really nice. So we'll have to see what happens. Obviously, this, being able to get Dust... even, just getting Dusclops turn 1 to get Dusknoir out for the next turn is, insane. Because, that by itself is, so strong, right? So... Duskull, unfortunately, getting banned just because it has a new friend. But what about Guzzlord? With the round of bans, some players are I don't know how to say that word. Are going to ask the question. People are going to ask the question whether Guzzlord from Cosmic Blitz is ban worthy as well. So if you don't know, when Guzzlord takes knockouts, it takes 2 prize cards, right? Like Raikou, it does 120 damage. It takes 2 prize cards with a red Banquet attack. It can also be powered up effectively with Techno Machine, Turbo Energize, and Beast Fury. The difference between Raikou and Guzzlord is that Raikou demolishes board states in a way that Guzzlord does not. Guzzlord does not KO 2 Pokemon at the same time with Rain Banquet. It just takes an additional prize card when it knocks out the Pokemon. Since Raikou can target 2 Pokemon at once, it's easy to stop the opponent from responding to Raikou and sweep an entire game. Guzzlord is a strong card in the format, but ultimately not problematic at this time. Basically what they're saying is the difference between Raikou and Guzzlord, yes, Guzzlord does take 2 prize cards, like Raikou does, but Raikou can knock out 2 Pokemon, which is, I think, is more detrimental to a board, right? Knocking out the bitch in the active, your opponent can never get set up, and you just eventually just win because your opponent never gets set up. While Guzzlord just says, hey, you just take an additional prize card, you don't disrupt your opponent's board state. Yeah, it's strong, but you also have to do, a lot of stuff, right? You have to get it set up, right? It's not just, easy peasy, and it is kind of easy, like they point out. You got Techno Machine, Turbo Energize, and Beast Ring, and stuff like that. But it's not super duper easy, right? Beast Ring's only on a certain turn. Turbo Energize it's your turn and stuff like that. So you can target the Guzzlord while the Dusknoir, or while the Raikou is coming out of nowhere and just taking a knockout. So that's kind of a big deal there, right? Conclusion. He says, thank you for playing GLC Challenge and supporting the format. GLC Challenge is a grassroots format organized, played, and enjoyed by people all around the world. Just like you, it would be immensely appreciated if you share this article and news of the bands with GLC Challenge players and fans in your area and help spread the word. As with any updates in the format, my primary objective is to make sure that players are having fun and enjoying unique games Pokemon with their family and community, with their friends and community, not family. Forget family, friends and community. Thanks for reading, Andrew Mahone. There's comments here. Kind of surprised to see no remarks about the combo of Lieutenant Surge strategy with Surosing and Delinquent, but can't help that Slacking and Lightning are to be nightmares with that combo. If Marshadow is being banned for turn 1 land limitations, then we should look at red card. But usually red card in this is like red card can be played in every deck, while Marshadow can only play in Psychic decks. It's easier to find Marshadow than it is to find red card. So that's a big thing there, right? Yeah, they see that right there. I think it's awesome and well thought out. The watch list is great. I did too. Might add that part of that makes Guzzler too good is that Beast Ring enables you at Guzzler once per game, and that makes sense. It's very similar to Raikou, is that Beast Ring can be banned. I don't think banning Beast Ring is fair either, because like Beast Ring only like activates for 1 turn, so like I don't think it's that big of a deal, right? So I think it's fine. Thank you for the thorough explanation. Thank you for the explanation, Andrew. Man, I don't even play Pokemon and only loosely follow the scene, but this kind of article makes me wish that any of the big TCG companies put out anything remotely close to their thoughts and bans about the announcements. And I think has Pokemon done a good job about that? I haven't read at all about their new bans. With the new Duskull ban, maybe they did. I haven't read it though. But either way, I do agree with Anonymous that like sometimes Pokemon does not do a good job of communicating stuff, and it'd be nice they do. I appreciate you truly understanding your format's clear goals and core philosophies that were set out to start and clearly state how those violating cards go against the spirit of the format. You even address your enablers and watch another watch those cards. Every other TCG would be so much better if the people in charge at least pretended they actually paid to play or cared about the game. Thanks for caring. As I said before, I don't even play the Pokemon trading card game, but it's a good feeling to see. That's pretty cool that somebody who doesn't even play, doesn't, whatever, does not care. I like this too. Let me see if I can find it. Where's this at? The band. I like this band list because like they make this right here. This like with this post, this band list, but it's Hall of Fame. It's got all the different Pokemon that have been banned. If you don't know, these are all the stuff that's been banned so far. Lightning, Trump Card, Owengrove, Force Strike Plants, Chip Ice, Hiker, Kyogre, Research, Raikou, Marshadow, and Duskull. So we had 3 cards banned this year, 1 banned last year. A couple banned in 2022, and then 2 banned in 2021. And look at Mahomes' post too. We can, read more about it. I'm curious why it's Marshadow getting the hammer while Red Card doesn't. Red Card's just, yeah. I'm a bit confused by the less of risk comment in the Marshadow ban. Could you ban with the main? Yeah. No. I promise only use Sinister Hand Duskull though. How dare you ban my purple cards? We should add Let Loose to the format. So same card as Marshadow. Mr. Flex Daddy said Dark Joys Rise Up. Good bans. Yep. I think that card didn't ban, right? Is there any explanation of why these decisions have come? I'm not complaining, just wondering how this process works. How it works is like Mahomes and his friends will probably spend hours and hours testing, and so does his community. I imagine you could probably join Discord, and there's probably people talk about it, I'm sad because Lightning has the struggles. I think, every deck has the struggles. I think the Raikou just pushed it over. So now I have to play New Boy. Why was this Raikou banned? Read the article. As a Marshadow, I'm sad about this. Ben Guzzler, please. Someone rolled me with Raikou last night at GLC and made my deck worthless. Yeah. See, even after defeating, he's able to revive and brought it back. I even had to remake my deck. Just try to convince counter. Yeah. So, yeah, there we go. Shout out to Mahone, doing great things always with GLC. Created one of the, fun formats people love to play. And keep it up on the cards and just make sure his format stays, fresh and competitive and where people want to play, right? Where they think it's fun. So, shout out to Mahone. Great job. If you haven't checked out GLC, make sure you go to gymleaderchallenge.com. Check it all out. You can read all about it. They have a bunch of articles and stuff like that, ways to play. And I think they have ways to also, the rules, ban list, how to find event finders, how to view decks. I think there's even how to play. Here's grass, and it teaches you how all the different Pokemon to play and stuff like that. So, yep, there we go, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Are you sad? I mean, I'm a little sad, of course, because Raikou is a card that I like playing. But yeah, I think Mahone does make sense at all. It makes sense what he says. So yeah, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow. Alrighty, guys.